Morning, Tom here. We had a meeting last night with the leaders to discuss the getting started process. We've got an automated duplication system in place, and we've set up some prototypes, if you will, and shared them with the leaders in the group. And they've had the ability to review those for the past week or so, maybe a little bit longer, and we've decided that there's potential to be able to kind of customize it depending on the different levels that individuals come into the team and into the organization. So we're going to, in a sense, break this down into three or four different phases or pillars. We figured that you have the initial welcome, the greeting, get the blueprint for success into their hands, so that they can either take that and run with it on their own, followed up by the steps in the process that we have in place. But we felt that the next step would be to actually get them into the products. We kind of discussed that if you bought a brand new car, the first thing that you want to do is get in the car. You don't necessarily want to read the manual and have all the bells and whistles. You want to go touch and feel the products and the services that you've subscribed to. So we're going to do the welcome, then we're going to go through the products that you can find inside of the back office and getting logged in. Then some people, because they're in that state of excitement, we want to be able to give them the resources to be able to share. How to find their back office with their landing page so that they can go on out and go share their duplicatable landing page website and get people immediately to take a look at it and to go get started up on their own. Second is the Vimeo channels, the YouTube channel for the company that we're working with, as well as the team YouTube site. And that will give them some additional resources to be able to go on out and go share visual aids, if you will, to be able to go pique that interest to get them into a three-way call and eventually into a webinar where they can learn more, and then they can immediately have those individuals start the same process that they've done. That we feel will allow for momentum to continue. We stress that we also want them to have all the tools, that we don't want them to say, hey, I want to go work on this, but I don't have this, and but I don't have that. So if we give them tracking resources, because they're starting to make phone calls and that type of stuff, if we're giving them the napkin plan, if we're giving them any number of resources that we have, scripts, etc., in the back office, those would be once they've come down a little bit off of the momentum and the high, and now they're doing the daily contacting, building relationships, and sharing the opportunity with other individuals. So what we thought is, get them into the products, get them into the resources as far as the tools and whatnot. But then we thought, well, before giving them the information about how to create a names list and what their why is and all the network marketing industry standard stuff for duplication, we're going to put out an application, if you will, not a written application, but a digital application. Or it was suggested that maybe even just a simple survey. Do you want to go fast or do you want to go slow? What's your skill level? That type of stuff, to really try to understand that individual's personality. But they would be, in a sense, doing the data entry, providing that information. Now that information will come in and we can either put that into our CRM, but I believe that there's a method that we have already in place that will allow us to send out a digital application, if you will, where they can do check mark boxes or select, what skill levels that they have, or have they been in the industry before, etc. Do they know what to go do? How much money do they want to make? How much time are they going to dedicate towards building their business? And that information will come in, populate inside of the CRM. Once we've gotten that information, then we will know maybe the next campaign as to what to send them, and then that can either drip market on them as to, how to get started and what each step has to be completed, or it will say, hey, look, here's a section that you need to go do if you want to go faster, or here's everything. So it was a really good call. Now we just got to go back and, remodel, if you will. But our whole goal was to try and make sure that the foundation and the walls and everything were in place, and that it wasn't something that would collapse, through massive effort and people coming in, but rather that this could be something that would be sustained, would automate a lot of the process, transfer the responsibility for giving us the insight about their personality back into the system, so that then we could automate the system to go back out again. So it really may sound complicated, but we've already got a lot of the furniture, and it's just like moving it around inside of your house. So maybe we don't like how the lamp looks over next to the window, and we want to move it over here into the corner or something along those lines. So it was a good call, and now we just got to go back and do a little bit of tweaking. But that's the nature of the business. We're going to continually tweak everything that we have, in a sense, testing, split testing, seeing which ones give the best results. And sometimes you are running two systems side by side with each other in order to maximize the potential and the building process. So good call, and we're going to get this moving and shaking. This next weekend's Father's Day. I'm still a workaholic. I'll probably get stuff done still, even though it's my day. Father of six to eight, let's see, nine kids, counting adopted family members that we brought in, and bringing two families together. A total of 8 physical children between the two of us, and one adopted child. So it was a really good meeting, and look forward to continuing through this process. Give us a little bit of time, and hopefully you'll be the recipient of this process, and you'll understand why it is that we're emphasizing this. Because even as people get started and then they get people to sign up, they don't necessarily know what to do, and that's going to fall on us and the other leaders to make sure that everybody gets the support that they need, and is able to continue to grow their business until they decide to step up and take on some of this process. But in the meantime, I'm willing to go hire people in order to go do it, if I don't have to. It's just a business expense. So, wow, a lot going on, and great call has given us a real honed in focus as to what we need to get accomplished, and we're just going to keep plugging away and getting it done. So I'm off to work to go get some of this stuff moving and shaking, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.